Hey guys, it's All Snack here. Welcome back to some more The Legend of Zelda. And we're taking on level 2 today. Another not so bad dungeon. You ain't so bad. Then, you know, we have 2 extra keys from the first dungeon and we're fighting some snakes. Not quite as solid as I would necessarily like, but snakes nonetheless. And of course I get the stopwatch power afterwards. Now these snakes, essentially, as you can see, or as you did see, is that they speed up when they see you. They're like, oh, that Matthew guy, really don't like the look of him. Don't like the cut of his jib. And, well, see how that turns out for them. So, this dungeon's full of them, you know. I would say that the first dungeon is the skeleton dungeon, the Stalfos dungeon, and this is the snake dungeon, and the snakes are called ropes. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I just got a text from my friend Dylan. I saw Horizon Zero Dawn for $10 at GameStop, as they say in New Zealand. It was $10 for the Black Friday sale, and my friend Dylan was gonna. He just texted me. He was like, "Oh shit, I was gonna get that for you," and I'm like, "Oh no, I ruined Christmas." You know, it's not every day that you get to be the one who ruins Christmas, but by golly, was I the one who ruined Christmas this time. And here we go, another Goria room, but now we have the power of boomerangs to get our revenge. And that's a weird room. As you can see, I forgot about that. You can, there's one true Goria, you know, if you've seen Rick and Morty, like a true intellectual. You know, there's the one true Morty, especially if you played that Pokemon Rick and Morty phone game that was all the rage for like 10 minutes. If you remember that, then good for you. If not, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but there's one true Gory. If you kill that, all the other ones die. That joke was so convoluted, I freaking forgot what I was even saying. Now this room is, if you can't tell, it's kind of a mess. But I dealt with it, and you can get the blue boomerang, also known as the bloomerang if you're, I don't know, if you're me. And you can blow up these walls, so pretty much the entire right wall has bombable walls, and it's a way to bypass using keys. Look at all those keys we have. It's pretty ridiculous. So I can get the map, pretty nice, and I can get the compass. Also, pretty nice. And as we head up here, there's one room up here. I don't want to be using that too much, actually. Because I do need to use these bombs wisely for the upcoming battle. So, I'll keep that. Now this is as you can tell, an immensely difficult enemy. Like, oh, look at 3 balls. I think this might be the version of a Moldorm. But here is actually, honestly, I probably should have done that here. If I go in here, I'll kill the bats. I'm not going to pick that up yet because I want to plant that, and I get a nice little bomb refill. And I can head up straight through here and into here, and we get a nice little hint about the boss. Dodongo dislikes smoke, which essentially says, throw bombs in his mouth, please. And we're pretty much close to the end of this dungeon. There's, the boss is a room ahead of us. And it's not a very, difficult boss. It's not a 200 IQ boss fight, as one might say. Okay, that's more bombs. I have very little hearts and extra bombs. Look at all those bombs. That's perfect. Now, you can place it in its mouth and it'll blow up, but you can also... But I think it takes like 2 or 3 bombs that way. If you place the bomb so it blows up right in front of its mouth, you can hit it with your sword and kill it like that. If you do it that way, it always drops bombs, which is a really good method if you're ever fighting several of those at once. And yeah, they do reuse bosses in this game, and some bosses become regular enemies later on. So you really want to... It's a nice skill to have, and you have a decent amount of bombs to practice with on that first boss. Well, that first time you see a Dodongo. And oops. Ah, my Nintendo Wii U is showing. And now we're pretty much on point. We're gonna head pretty much practically straight for stage 3, level 3, as the scientifically minded call it. It's not what the scientifically minded call it. But it's to the south. Pretty much we want to go to the beginning of the game again. Ow. I wanted that heart. I really wanted that heart. Actually, I can head back to the fairy fountain while going this way. Yeah, buddy. That's fine. Ow. So I'm here. Don't know what this means. Yeah, here's the lake. So fairy fountain is a couple screens that way. But if I get a good drop, no, I'm not going to. I can head up here. So you're going to see that the Octoroks all respawn because I killed the last one. Like I said, that you probably you shouldn't do if you want, you know, some peace and quiet from those darn kids. But we're actually pretty well on money. We're really good on money, actually. So what we're going to do is head south here. Ow. Well, that was unfortunate. You want to drop a heart? Yes, you do. Thank you. And we're going to head south here and head back to the starting area. And a nice little notice that I want to say is that people have done a swordless run of this game. They're like, which is pretty interesting to check out. I don't want to spoil that too much, but check out a Zelda 1 swordless speedrun. It's quite a thing to watch. Pretty terrifying, actually, that someone managed to do that. I think someone, there was something about a swordless Link to the Past speedrun too, but I don't really remember those too well. And if we go in here, there's a money-making game, and it costs 10 rupees to play, and I got 20 rupees. But that could have been pretty bad if I got that minus 40. I got pretty lucky. Just decided to show it off on a whim. How whimsical of me. Oh, come on, Perry. I need you. There we go. And down here is another interesting room. It says, "Meet the old man at the grave." That's some advice for later. I really don't want to speak on that, but there's an event at the grave involving an old man. And it's not his funeral, actually. That was a pretty morbid place to go, but my point stands. Now, here I'm met with a dilemma. Actually, I can go over here and here. I have an idea. So I need a little bit of money. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I know what I need to do. So, this might be a little out of order. So, if I move... Well, these guys are in the way. This top middle homeboy has a shop. And if I had 250 rupees, I could buy the blue ring. I can't afford that. But I do need to buy this, which is one of the last things I need to buy in the game. So now I can go and pick up an 100 rupee drop, and that'll put me over the max amount of rupees. You can only hold 255, which, I think it's called the pentahexadecimal number or whatever. Something like that. It's essentially, the NES can only hold like 256 values, and including 0, that means the highest number it can understand is 255. So anything above that, that's the max amount of rupees, which is why it's 8-bit. So 2 to the 8th power is 256. That's kind of what that refers to anyone who's interested or at all curious. See, it maxed out, even though that was a 100 rupee drop, and well, I had more than 100 rupees. So now I can head back in there, get the blue ring, and the blue ring is phenomenal. It halves the amount of damage I take, and I'd have to be dumb to say no to that. Now that guy is a slow mover, which is nice. Yeah, it is really expensive, but it's also really worth it. Oh gosh darn it! It hit my leg, which is what probably. Please don't go fast. Good. Those fast boys can be a little troublesome. And that's really all the purchasing we need to do for the entire game. No, we need 200 more rupees, but that's just for some upgrades. Actually, I'll show this since we're in this area real quick. If I go up 2 screens from here, there's a fairy fountain, and from the fairy fountain, if you just go down all the way and you go down all the way and then to the right one screen, you will be at level 3. So we're just going to do this real quick. It's not too far out of the way, and it lets us be full health for the next dungeon. Another thing to note about level 3 is that it's the first dungeon that you accomplish in the speedrun, which I think is pretty funny. And oh, look at that. More bombs. Maybe you'll drop a heart? Nope. That's fine. And here we go. Though this Tektite, I was hoping to drop a thing. Anyways, so we're here in front of level 3, so we'll accomplish this next time. So once again, if you liked what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for some more The Legend of Zelda. Peace out.